I'm not sure if it's a guitar secret, maybe it is, but I think the word's getting out slowly about these guitars. Lug. And it's a French company, and not all their guitars are of course European made. They do have sort of budget Asian made guitars, and those are the ones that I've mostly been working on. The T300D or T300A, which is their entry-level Dreadnought and Auditorium guitars. And this is the first time I've got my hands on one of the higher end models. This is a T300D, and it's a red cedar guitar. I love cedar guitars. And it's made with, you know, fairly much all the same appointments. It has the beveled three-dimensional headstock and the wonderful log design inlaid there. Their patented black tulip keys or tuning gears. Really nicely made tuners on log guitars. Mahogany neck with the very shallow neck foot there, which seems to be a feature, and of course that improves access at the higher reaches of the fretboard. And beautifully handmade Rosewood bridge, comes with the black graphite type nut and saddle. And the biggest feature of all, if you can see the sound hole there, this here at the bottom is what we call an Occitan cross. Now, being that they're French, Occitania used to be a separate land from the rest of mainland France in the southern portion, which is where Languedoc comes from, and it's an ancient language, a mystical language. A lot of mystery comes from that particular area, with the troubadours and the Cathars and the Albigensians and all of the medieval heresy groups from that particular region. It's a fascinating history, and so this is the traditional cross of Occitania. I believe that the you know, certain knight orders came from that whole region as well. So it's something you might see on heraldry or emblazoned on a shield or a sword hilt or something like that. So it's a deeply mystical symbol. I like the fact that it's included on all the guitars. It makes them very distinctive. And also the sort of oval wood inlay that is crafted around it. This particular model has a beautiful rosewood back and sides, and as you know, rosewood is now becoming rare because of the rosewood ban on, I believe, Madagascar and Indonesian rosewood. Brazilian rosewood has been off the market for a while. So anything you find with rosewood, obviously, or should, increase in value. I just think these log acoustics are really beautifully designed, really nice on the eye, distinctive. They're doing something different. You know it's a log when you see it. It has just a certain flavor and distinction that's easy to spot. You know, with a bit of setup, they make really nice guitars. I think this is a beautiful higher end log, and I haven't seen all of them. I've played one of their arcane electrics, which I set up before I started to do videos. The next one I get, I'll definitely show it to you. But it's just an interesting company. It was tough to get a hold of them, but I see that their distributorship has increased, and most of the major cities will now have a log dealer. And you're starting to see them on online auction sites and things like that. So they're becoming increasingly available in the US. I'm sure that they've been available in Europe for quite some time. But it's something to look out for if you're in the, let's say, $200 range. You can pick up one of the T66s or T80s if you're lucky, slightly used perhaps. And if you can crank up your budget from there up into the 400 or 500 range, then you could get hold of one of these 300 series. I think they make a 450 series as well. So I just wanted to show you these. I think they are a very interesting addition in this sort of mid-price range. Very distinctive, very flavorful, very mystical, has sort of a historical flavor to it as well. So this is Lard Guitars, and I'll see you next time.